Good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing well. Today is definitely one of those days where the excuse maker is coming out. Where you don't really want to run, but you're like, you gotta show up. Dylan, you deserve a day off. Yeah, probably do, but or take it easy, just stinking take it easy. So it was a crazy night last night. I probably averaged 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep. My kids are sick with stomach bugs, so as soon as I hear about a stomach bug, I immediately go into barely eat mode. Not to be disgusting, but obviously, you can understand why I want to barely eat. Might not be the best thing for me, but I don't feel like, hacking up breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I go into just snack mode throughout the day. I don't even do meals when I hear about the stomach bug, just because I've had very bad experiences with stomach bugs in the past. I know that usually everyone gets them. Some people don't, which is absolutely insane to me. But I usually get them I would say 2 to 3 times a year. And every single time is absolutely horrible. Both ends. And it's not fun if you have a full stomach and you've been eating for the last 3 or 4 days and it's like all of it's coming out. And so I go into fast mode, and where I snack and I barely eat for the 3 days, just to be like, okay, if I'm gonna get it, I'm not gonna be hacking for the next 3 days. I'm gonna hack maybe a good 5 or 6 times and then be done. And then it's just the rest of it. But sorry, that could be too much information, but that's what I'm dealing with. So I've averaged about 4 hours probably of sleep. So I'm pretty tired. And today I've just been really kind of honestly, I should have ran this morning, but I was exhausted. I got up 4 times with the kids, and I really honestly should have just ran this morning, but was no, I'm going to wait till after, because still my heel is still kind of recovering. It feels way better, but I think the longer that I'm stretching the days out, the easier my heel is when I run. Or it doesn't hurt as much. So, that's my home life for you. And we're on the trail again. Nobody's here because it just poured down rain. And it's hot it's flipping hot. We'll just say that. So my kids aren't home right now. They're at Nana and Papa's with my wife. And I'm struggling. We're going to put you on the head. Let's just say I've been struggling to even come out here today. We're going to press start and get to rolling. But yeah, it's been a I went to work, but my sweet girl was up throwing up 3 or 4 times last night, and it's never fun. And so I got 4 kids, so usually when one gets it, they all get it, and then me and my wife end up getting it. But the last couple of times they've had it, I haven't gotten it, thank God. And so needless to say, showing up has been kind of rough. But we're here, we're showing up, and we're getting it. And we're going to run slow today because I did have a stomach issue this morning, but it feels a little bit better. So hopefully it stays like that. But other than that, everything has been fantastic. So my day was good, work was good, busy, but good. What are we doing? Whew, feeling out of breath right now. Maybe it's just the first mile jitters. I don't know. So anyways, I have, you know, it's times like these where that you have that tension where it's like, do I make the video? Do I not? Do I run? Do I not? You know? And I probably have every right not to run and not to make the video, but part of me is like, I say to myself, it's only 2 miles, right? But you know, if you're really sick, that 2 miles can feel like an eternity. You know, like, shoot, when you deal with fever and all that stuff, I'm sure that the 2 miles feels like it's never gonna end. So I can't say that I would be running with a fever. For sure, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna, the streak is not worth it to me. I'm not even on the streak anymore. I'm just out here running 2 miles a day. You know, trying to get my my time down. Now, is this the most important thing to me? Absolutely not. I already stopped right now, you know. But it's also helping me build that consistency that everybody talks about. So, and I think that's the biggest reason why I am running. It's just to have that consistent thing that I do, you know, every day. Now, it might go down to, you know, 6 days a week that I run. I might take a day off, but, you know, we just gotta take it one day at a time. And so since I'm recording every day, things can change, obviously, on a dime. I don't pre-record videos. I just run and talk. What the heck is that? That is a fast lizard. What is that? It's probably like a skink. Huh. So, that tension is definitely there. And obviously you can see how I'm dealing with it. I'm running. You know, it's just like, I have all the excuses in the book not to show up. But I want to show up, you know? Now, it might not be like this all the time, you know, but right now it is. Now, if my kids were home, I would probably go home. Excuse me. And hang out with them for a little bit. Oh. Wow, it's a baby armadillo. Holy snot, I've never seen a baby armadillo. I don't know if you guys can see that. Wow. Okay, enough with the baby armadillo stuff. Sorry, hold on. I'm over here. You know what? It's fine. When we get done, we get done. At least I showed up. That was a baby armadillo. I have never not. Whoa, shoot, tripping over stumps. How do you trip over stumps when you're walking, but when you're running? Yeah. So, it was a baby armadillo. That was cool. I've never seen one of those before. I've always seen the big ones. Sorry, I'm connecting it to my phone. And I'm walking. Who said you can't walk? Nobody. But I saw a baby armadillo. And that was cool as shoot. That was worthy of a stop. You know, showing up is all that That's the biggest goal. It's not all that matters, but that's, you know, what if I show up on this trail and just don't run? What if I just walk it, you know? It's the thought of showing up that builds the consistency. And you know, there is like this guilty part, like, man, I should be with my kids. You know, they're sick, but they're not home. So I already talked to my wife, and so I'll knock this run out and go hang out with them and be with them. But it's important for me to show up and build that consistency of running. I don't even know what day it is now. Past 30, I don't even give a shoot now. But I defeated that voice giving me excuses. And honestly, running right now is probably way harder. Like, I literally woke up this morning and wow, look at these mushrooms. I was like, I could run right now. I woke up at 4 o'clock on the dot. But that would mean I would be like 2 hours of sleep. So, obviously, with my work, I need rest. I usually don't call out of work unless, you know, my wife is sick. Then I'm probably calling out of work, because she's gonna struggle keeping up with, you know, all 3 of the kids, plus the newborn. That's when I'll call out. But it's very humid today. And I really don't want to get a stomach bug. But if I do, you know, I just have to make that video. That's like, yep, I'm not running today. Okay, goodbye. Make a 30-second video. You know, that's something else. Like, you know, maybe I'm being a little bit too extreme. But I don't know. I don't know. Runs really help me. They make me feel better. I've said it in multiple videos, but it makes me breathe better. I feel better. Even if I'm running at a slow pace, the fact that I'm even doing it is what makes me feel better. So, and I don't even need to run the whole way. I can run and walk. I showed up. I defeated the voice telling me to go home, take a shower, take it easy. I'm gonna do that after I run, you know? So, if we can build consistency one day at a time, whether it's a good run, a bad run, a run, walk, whatever it may be, it matters. That's what I want. Build consistency. Now I'll get to the point where I do take a day off. But the 2 miles, you know, I'm probably, when I get to like 4 miles a day again, I'll probably average Monday through Saturday. You know, and Saturday will be a long run of 4 miles. Even though I was already doing that, I'm sure that's what was killing my legs, was the 4 miles. So drop it down to 2. I could probably easily run 4 miles right now, but I don't want to rush into it. So just take it one day at a time. I'm not in a rush. I get to do this at my pace. Man. So that's the cool thing about YouTube. I'm doing it at my pace. Sometimes I have this feeling like I don't post enough, but I'm posting every day. I don't know. That was a 12-minute pace. Heart rate was 129. I've barely eaten, so that could be why. You know, I feel pretty weak, but I mean, I'm gonna have to do it till I know for a fact that sickness is out of my house. I'm barely gonna eat throughout the day. That's how I work. I just snack to curb the appetite. But, you know, I think fasting is important. But when it comes to running, geez, it couldn't be more of a setback. It seems like if you look up, you know, nutrition, when it comes to running, it's always like carb load, carb load, carb load. You don't want a day of not eating. It's gonna set you back. And I'm like, dude, why? Not eating is good for you. But when it comes to running, it's the devil. You know? I don't understand that. I mean, I do. You gotta have energy to run, but it's probably because of all the, I think it's glycogen stored up, you know? It gives you the energy you need to run. But you go 3 days without eating, I think that glycogen it's not there. So you're gonna feel like dog poop while running. Today I actually feel decent. I haven't eaten, I only ate like some broccoli. Oh, what was that? A bunny. Alright, sweet. I'm always yapping my head off. I need to stop talking so much sometimes. I don't know. But what I was saying was something about glycogen that helps you run. When you get sick for 3 days, throwing up, or whatever you're doing, that's why you're so weak. Plus, you've probably been bedridden, but I don't know. Some things to think about, you know. But fasting to me is important, at least once or twice a week, even though I haven't been sticking to that. And I think I've been, you know, making excuses while I'm running. I can't fast, and that might be true. You probably shouldn't fast if you're looking for, you know, maybe immediate gains. But I'm also trying to lose weight, going from 165 to 150 is what I want for now. My ultimate goal is 135, 130. And I think I'm at 155 right now. Last time I weighed, I was at 155. Seeing my left heel is kind of starting to hurt. So I don't know what the heck that's about. I'm pretty sure this, me running on the concrete probably doesn't help. But me trail running like this probably helps it. Oh, look what we found. Ow. Blackberry bush. Heck yeah, no blackberries on it though. That's cool. Alright, keep going. I haven't seen one of those. I also haven't been paying attention. And I wasn't paying attention then, but I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Nice. I try to eat the blackberries, not the red ones. Even though I eat the red ones. But I'll let those grow some more. And then eat them. Eat them later. Oh man. Definitely feel pooped on this run. That's probably why I'm stopping. I've seen some pretty cool things today. A baby armadillo. What? That is so cool. I wish you guys saw it. I didn't even think you saw it. Started running away as soon as I took you off my head. You know, every run that I've done, I don't think there is like a genuinely easy run. You know? Like, excuse excuse me, every run I'm breathing hard, or like harder than, harder than I normally would. My legs, they feel okay, I guess. But I can't say that every run has been easy as walking, I guess I could say, like I can walk and it would be easy, but if I'm running, that requires effort and energy that you're spending. So it's definitely harder than walking, obviously, but I think I've made some statements that have said, that running is like kind of easy. I take that back. I could be running at a slow pace. It's still energy and effort that I have to put in. So, if I've said that, well, I take that back. Because right now I'm running an 11-12 minute mile and my heart rate's at 151. My resting heart rate is like 50 to 60. So, when I walk, obviously, it's a lot different. It's easy to walk compared to running, but it depends on your situation. You might not even be able to walk. Well, holy snot. I literally just had a horsefly in my mouth. Yeah, boy. It's good stuff. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Just kidding. I'm not going to talk with my mouth closed. But that was disgusting. Oh, shoot. That was crazy. It hit the back of my throat. This never happened before. That's insane. I think I have a wing in my mouth. So, hold on. All right. Well, my that last mile was done in 11:53. My average mile was 11:53. Let me look at some of the other stuff. Dude, that flipping. Now my best mile was 11:14. So, not a bad run. Definitely fatigued and tired. Obviously, after getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep, I don't think you would blame me. But I showed up and I did it without swallowing a horsefly. So, we did it. I don't feel the best, but we did it. I'm gonna go home and rest. Hopefully I can get up and do it again tomorrow. Hopefully I don't get this stomach bug going around. But if you showed up, good for you. You're amazing. Keep doing it. Keep running or walking or biking or swimming or whatever you're doing. Showing up and trying to be the best, trying to do your best and being as consistent as you can be. Keep going. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm pooped. That was not the easiest run, but I'm sure that I'll have more runs like that. And you just show up and you can do the best that you can do. So Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye bye.